Yo, welcome to PTA Sports Housing. I am your host, Pest Housing, the analyst. Love that Dan Housing. And let's talk about this week. First of all, right, short week, Thursday night game. So there's not a whole lot of things that happen per se because the week's kind of condensed. First and foremost, I want to talk about Thursday night football. Thursday night football is kind of weird for me because the more football, the better, in my opinion. I love to just sit and watch football, right? I love to watch the Giants play, but I also just like to watch football happen. So, there's a side of me that really enjoys, football, middle of the week, really cool. Get to sit down after a long day at work, pop open a cold beer and watch some football. But on the other side, right, these Thursday night games, man, they're kind of hit and miss. Sometimes you get a really good game. Sometimes you get a really bad game. And I don't know. I don't know if the league's going to keep doing this, right? They're talking about more games, longer schedules and all that stuff. But they also talk about player safety. If we paid attention to, the league up to now, bunch of people got concussions, bunch of people getting rocked and knocked out. It's bad, right? And so that's kind of bleeds into Thursday night football because you give these guys a short week. They just got finished playing a game, right? Any of y'all ever played football? After a full game of tackle football, your body is a wreck, okay? I don't know how many times I played a game of football and, was just in absolute pain for 2 days, just from the constant hitting. So you go from, Sunday playing a game, Monday, your body hurts, Tuesday, you're back at work, Wednesday is your body is just kind of starting to heal up from that Sunday game, and you got to play another game on Thursday, man. It's like it kind of brings the product down a little bit. So, that's just kind of how I feel about Thursday night football, man. I like it because it's more football, but sometimes I don't like it because it kind of degrades the product. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. So hey, we got a short week, right? Not a whole lot going on. So let me just talk about some of the quick things of the week that I saw. Golden Tate came out. He kind of made a few comments that alluded to him not really being happy with his role. I've seen some people react to this already, and here's my take on it. Honestly, I think it's a nothing burger, man. I think that this is just like a non-story, and I saw Chrissy Entertainer talk about this. Shout out to Chrissy Entertainer, and I commented on a video, and I was like, I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think anything's coming from this. You know what I'm saying? He should have been upset with not getting the ball more, right? But it's the first week back. He's getting back into the swing of things, He doesn't necessarily have that full-on chemistry with Daniel Jones. Yeah, they're still trying to build that. His role will increase as his reps increase, as he spends more time out there on the field. So, I really didn't buy into the story too big, right? I saw the quotes, I read them, and I was just kind of shrugged my shoulders, not a big deal. He based on the quotes, he didn't even seem like he was pissed off. It didn't even seem like he was mad. He was just like, man, I gotta get more opportunities. I gotta create more opportunities for myself. And that's what he should say. That's exactly what he should say is, I need to come out there, I need to get open, and I need to give, Daniel Jones a target to throw to. So, hopefully, right, this week, he gets the ball a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He gets a little more looks. We'll see what happens. That once again, I don't read too far into it. I don't think anybody else should read too far into it. It's not really a big deal. I saw Bill Belichick. He does what Bill Belichick does, and that's talk about how great the upcoming opponent is. Like, listen, this is what he's done this entire time. All right, he says these players play great. This team plays great. We've really got some work to do. We got a big game ahead of us. And this guy is this good, and that guy is that good. Like, that's what Bill Belichick does, right? He gave props to Daniel Jones. I appreciate it, right? And honestly, like, I don't necessarily think it's lip service. I don't think it's lip service that he's impressed with Daniel Jones, because a lot of us are impressed with Daniel Jones. But like, at the end of the day, this is what Bill Belichick does, okay? He doesn't give you bulletin board material. He doesn't talk smack. He doesn't say anything crazy. He praises everybody. Every team is a great team. Even if the team is the worst team in the league, they're still a great team. Like, that's just the kind of way he carries himself. So, like, hey, Belichick, well, you don't know because I never spoke to you, but I always praise Bill Belichick, right? I always talk about how great Bill Belichick is. He's the greatest coach in the history of the league. They may need to change the name of the trophy from the Lombardi to the Belichick, because he is the GOAT, all right? And I give him mad props because he cut his teeth with Parcells and the Giants. So I know how much you love the Giants, so I appreciate you talking good about our team. I appreciate you giving us props or whatever. But like, that's what Belichick does. So I wasn't surprised by it. Yeah, I expected it. So yeah, there was that. Big news, right? Recently, Bucannon was recently released. I see everybody, turned on the bat signal or the Bucannon signal and saying, come to the Giants. Like, I even see Carl Banks. Shout out to Carl Banks. But I even see Carl Banks on Twitter, like, atting Deion Bucannon and saying, you need to come to the Giants. Listen, it wouldn't hurt, right? It wouldn't. I don't know how he gonna make it work from a cap situation. I don't know how he would make it work in terms of the contract, the length of the contract and whatnot. I don't know. But, I mean, if he's available, he's a better guy. I'm kind of sick of bringing in former Cardinals and former Vikings and former Panthers from a familiarity standpoint. Like, I'd prefer us to bring in some new headbangers. But if Bucannon can come to the Giants and contribute, hey, I'm all for it. So, hey, we'll see what happens with that. It ain't gonna happen now, right? Could happen toward the end of the week. Could happen next week. I don't know. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying that, like, Deion Bucannon's not a productive player in the NFL. What I will say is that he got cut for a reason. Don't know what that was, right? Where the season's in full swing, so this isn't like a camp body cut. This is like a preseason cut. They cut this dude, midweek, all right, going into week 6. So take that at face value, right? But if he comes to the Giants and he can contribute, cool, whatever. Lastly, Saquon Barkley. So Saquon Barkley pretty much all week talked like he may play in this upcoming game. Last week, I talked about Saquon and how I would prefer him not to play, how I would prefer him to just, rest up, maybe come back against Arizona. But, he was talking like, put me in the game, coach. Let's go. Obviously, he's not playing, right? Talk about that here in a second with injuries. But obviously, he's not playing. But from the way he's talking, he's ready to go. Cool. Sounds good, bro. Let's not move too fast. Let's get you in here, in a winnable game. So there's that. I've kind of like looked around, read some stuff, read some big Blue View, listened to Giants Insider podcast. And in addition to the numerous Giants community YouTubers that are out there. I listen to them talk, and I've heard like a lot of things in regards to like players that we're gonna have to deal with, and whether or not Dave Gettleman is doing good or doing bad, or where is his team gonna go from here? I mean, here's the thing, I've spoken on the fact that like I'm cool with what Dave Gettleman has done, right? Made some mistakes, but he's moved on from those mistakes. But overall, like, he's done a great job drafting players. He's done a great job of flipping the culture in the locker room. He's done a great job of getting these players, who are going to fit our scheme and who are going to, bring positive impact to the team. So I'm not really tripping off Dave Gettleman, right? And a lot of people always talk about like, oh man, but in free agency, he's making these moves that are head scratchers. Well, here's the thing about free agency. Free agency is kind of irrelevant, right? Because the best teams build through the draft. So as long as Dave Gettleman keeps drafting well, then, it is what it is. Saw Chrissy and Entertainer talking about Nate Solder, right? Hey, Chris, I'm going to speak to you directly, bro, because, I respect what you're saying, right? And I respect what you're doing. Solder is not great, right? And we're overpaying Solder, right? But like at the end of the day, like Solder's not terrible. He's not terrible. I think he needs to do a better job of what he's good at. And I've spoke about this on the past, that Solder is more of he's a pocket creator. All right. He's not super agile in terms of stacking up against, top edge rushers, right? And he's not super strong, so he's not gonna, put people on their butts. He is going to make that edge rusher take wide angles. And that's just what he needs to do, because that's just what he does. Just from a X's and O's football perspective, like that's what Solder does. So like, I'm not saying that you think Solder sucks because you didn't say that, but I get the point that you're making in terms of like Solder being overpaid and underperforming for what he's being paid. He absolutely is. But if he continues to do what he does, which is set the edge, right? If he can do a little bit better job of making these more elite or semi-elite pass rushers take wider angles, then we'll be okay. But if he continues to whiff and look like Eric Flowers at times, sorry, Chris, I know you shuddered when I said Eric Flowers, but if he continues to, look at like Eric Flowers at times in terms of, slowing down these edge rushers, then, I mean, you're going to be absolutely right. Like, we're going to have to move on from him, but we can't move on from him for a couple of years. Hey, yo, everybody that's listening, Christy Entertainer, this guy knows numbers, okay? This guy knows numbers and he knows contracts, and he is dead on when he says that we're stuck with Solder for a couple of years. I mean, that's just what it is. I'm not so worried about Nate Solder, right? Because at the end of the day, I think he'll do what he does well, and that's make people take wide angles. And if you make defenders take wide angles, you're going to give the quarterback a couple of seconds. So, hopefully this offensive line can gel a little bit more, can do a little bit better. We'll see. All right. Cause I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. Well, I do have a crystal ball. My crystal ball seems to be broken because I can't get the lottery numbers. But anyway, let's transition into this upcoming game. All right. From an injury report standpoint, right? Man, we got some important guys that are not playing in this upcoming game. Barkley, still out. Sprained ankle, high ankle sprain. It's a wrap for him. He's not playing. Evan Ingram, he's also not playing. Gallman is still out, and Sterling Shepard is still out. All right, man. This is going to be rough, y'all, because we ain't got no running backs. Like, we don't, right? We got Hilliman, right? Who, listen, I take nothing away from Hilliman, right? I don't think Hilliman is a bad running back. I just don't know if he is a number one yet. Like he's still got some things that he's got to work on. He's got to polish up. But from what I've seen from the eye test, Hilliman is more of a short yardage guy. Okay, Hilliman can get you 2-3 yards. Okay, but can Hilliman break a tackle, hit a hole, and pop off for a big chunk? I don't know yet. We don't know. We just don't know. So I take nothing away from him, right? But I don't know if he is ready for this situation. Hey, I hope he proves me wrong, because I really rep for the kid. And then we got Elijah Penny, right, who's our fullback, but he's going to be playing running back. And man, this is going to be rough. I mean, how we going in this game with two running backs right now? I haven't seen a single thing about another running back playing, right? It's Wednesday night. What are we doing here, Giants? Are we calling someone up from the practice squad? I can't remember the kid's name that's on the practice squad. We got a running back on the practice squad. Are we gonna look at the free agency list and call someone up? I mean, like, the clock's ticking. We got a game. We're gonna be playing football in 24 hours, and we've got two running backs. It doesn't make any sense. Don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know. I don't know. And then it sucks that our top two receiving threats are not playing. Like, that sucks, man. But listen, I always say next man up. Injuries gonna happen. You got to fight through them. We got some guys, right? We got Golden Tate. Golden Tate want more reps. You getting ready to get more reps, Golden Tate? Because Shepard ain't out there to take reps from you. Shepard ain't out there to take passes from you. All right? Slayton gonna have to step up. Shit, we don't got Benny Fowler anymore, so he's not there. Latimer? No. Yeah, Latimer, maybe Latimer. Look, I don't know. I don't know. This is not a good look that our two top passing targets are down right now. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this is not looking good, especially since we got to play the New England Patriots in Foxborough. Yikes. Listen, we all know about the Patriots. I don't gotta give you the scouting report. Okay, I don't gotta tell you about this Patriots team. They're good. All right, they got some ballers on the defensive side, right? They got the GOAT, Tom Brady, right? We all talk about, oh man, Father Time is undefeated. Well, right now, Tom Brady kicking Father Time's ass. He's not looking like prime Tom Brady, but he's looking like a Tom Brady that can get the job done every single Sunday, Tuesday, Monday, whenever the game's playing. Tom Brady looked like he can make things happen. Man, listen, guys, this ain't getting ready to be pretty, man. Like, this is the New England Patriots we talking about here. Like, I know that in the past, right, the Giants have been the Patriot killers, but like, this is gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be difficult, and honestly, I don't think this is one that we can win because there's too many odds against us. We got too many injuries. We don't know if our defense is good from week to week. One week they look fantastic. Next week they look terrible. We don't really have a run game right now because we don't got any running backs. Wide receiver core is depleted. Got a bunch of wide receivers that are out. I mean, I can't even tell y'all how we can win this game right now, to be honest with you. Like, I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be unbiased, even though I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Giants fan and I want this team to go out there and kick the Patriots' ass, right? I want them to. But I'm not even sure how we're going to. Like, I'm not even sure how we are going to go out there and win this game. I mean, I guess we're going to have to win this game by getting pressure on Tom Brady. Like that's really all we can do. We have to get pressure on Tom Brady. We have to make him make bad decisions, which is a task in itself, right? Because Tom Brady don't make bad decisions. We got to figure out a way to stop Sony Michel, because Sony Michel is a beast. We got to figure out a way to clamp up Julian Edelman. Because Julian Edelman he's a world beater, man. He goes out there and he kills it in the slots. We got to stop him. Defense has to win this game for us, right? Defense has to win this game for us because on offense, we got too many injuries. We just do. That's just the reality of it. And as good as I think Daniel Jones is, I'm not sure if he can carry this team to a win. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry to be Debbie Downer, y'all. I'm sorry to be the voice of doom and gloom, but this ain't a game that we can win. But I got some good news, though. See, this is one of those games that's a learning moment for this team. Kind of like the game last week against the Vikings was a learning moment. Because the Giants got a lot of film from that game against the Vikings. There's a lot of things that they didn't do right in that game that they were able to go back and review and learn from. And this is another one of those situations where we're going to get a lot of tape on mistakes. A lot of tape on missed assignments. A lot of tape on routes that were open that Daniel Jones couldn't see. We're going to get a lot of tape. We're going to get a lot of film that we're going to be able to look at and fix ourselves. And at the end of the day, because we are a rebuilding team, if you're fooling yourselves into thinking that this team is a contender this year, you're fooling yourselves. We are a rebuilding team with a lot of young guys. This is an opportunity for them to see mistakes and learn from them. These last week and this week are weeks where we can learn how to win games. And in order to learn how to win games, we're going to have to lose some games. That's just what it is. So, prediction for the game? Patriots by multiple possessions. Patriots by multiple possessions. Yo, they're gonna whoop up on us, man. It's just what it is. I don't see this game being close. But maybe it could be close, right? Because it's Thursday night football. Patriots might be a little banged up too. We don't know. So who knows, man? Thursday night football, anything can happen. Maybe it will be competitive. I don't think so. I think we're going to get our doors blown off. But we're going to learn some stuff. And we're going to be better for it later. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all coming in, listening to me talk for a little bit. Please like, subscribe, share. Hit me up in those comments. Tell everybody about PTA Sports Housing. Love that Dan Housing. I'll get up with y'all later on. Deuces.